Did you know that in the United States alone, over 25 million tons of waste is generated each year from discarded household items? That's right. While we're busy decluttering our homes, we're also creating an astonishing amount of waste that often ends up in landfills. Have you ever found yourself in the midst of a decluttering spree, tossing out items only to realize weeks or months later that you really miss that quirky mug or that vintage jacket? It's a common experience, and it raises a poignant question. In our quest for minimalism and simplicity, are we sometimes throwing away more than just physical items? Are we discarding pieces of our lives, memories, and identities? Decluttering has become a buzzword in today's culture, a movement fueled by social media and influencers who preach the virtues of minimalism. We're encouraged to strip our lives down to the essentials, to let go of the excess, and to create serene, organized spaces. It sounds liberating, doesn't it? But beneath the surface of this trend lies a complex web of emotional and psychological challenges that many of us overlook. The allure of a clean, uncluttered space can quickly turn into a daunting task that leaves us feeling overwhelmed and regretful. As we embark on this journey of decluttering, we often find ourselves grappling with the emotional weight of our possessions. Each item carries a story, a memory, or a connection to a moment in time. The teddy bear from childhood, the dress you wore on your first date, the books that shaped your worldview, these aren't just objects, they are fragments of our identities. When faced with the decision to keep or discard, we are not merely sorting through material goods. We are confronting our past, our choices, and sometimes our regrets. It's no wonder that many people experience a sense of guilt when decluttering. We've all heard the advice, if you haven't used it in the last year, toss it. But what about the items that don't fit neatly into those parameters? What about the family heirlooms that have been passed down through generations, or the gifts from loved ones that carry emotional significance? The act of letting go can feel like a betrayal, a severing of ties to our history and the people we love. It's a paradox. We seek freedom through decluttering, yet we often find ourselves shackled by the memories attached to the very items we are trying to release. There are countless decluttering methods out there, each with its own philosophy. The KonMari method, for instance, encourages us to keep only those items that spark joy. It's a beautiful concept, but it can also lead to confusion. What does it truly mean for something to spark joy? In the heat of the moment, when we're surrounded by piles of belongings, it can be difficult to discern between joy and nostalgia. We might hold on to items that once brought us happiness but now feel more like remnants of a past self that we no longer recognize. The result? A cycle of guilt and regret. We declutter only to feel the weight of our choices pressing down on us, questioning whether we made the right decision. Another popular approach is the one-in, one-out philosophy, which suggests that for every new item we bring into our lives, we must let go of an old one. While this can help maintain balance, it can also create a transactional mindset that reduces our possessions to mere commodities. Instead of viewing our belongings as part of our narrative, we risk seeing them as disposable, leading to a culture of wastefulness that contradicts the very essence of minimalism. The irony is palpable. In our desire to simplify, we may inadvertently complicate our relationship with our belongings. And let's not forget the emotional toll that decluttering can take on our mental health. The act of sorting through our possessions can bring up feelings of anxiety, loss, and even grief. It forces us to confront our past decisions, our relationships, and sometimes our failures. We may find ourselves questioning why we held on to certain items for so long, or wrestling with the fear of forgetting the memories associated with them. In a world that constantly pushes us to move forward, decluttering can feel like a painful reminder of what we've lost. So, how do we strike a balance between decluttering and preserving our memories? How can we navigate this delicate dance without falling into the decluttering trap? The answer lies in mindful decision-making. Instead of approaching decluttering as a one-size-fits-all task, we must take the time to reflect on the significance of each item in our lives. Ask yourself, Does this item serve a purpose? Does it bring me joy? Does it remind me of someone or something meaningful? By engaging in this reflective process, we can make more intentional choices about what to keep and what to let go. It's also essential to recognize that memories don't reside solely in physical objects. We often cling to items because we fear losing the memories they represent, but memories are resilient. They live within us, shaped by our experiences and the stories we tell. Consider taking photos of items that hold sentimental value before letting them go. This way, you can preserve the memory without the physical clutter. Create a digital scrapbook or a memory box where you can store the essence of those moments without being weighed down by the items themselves. Ultimately, decluttering should be a personal journey, one that reflects your values, your history, and your aspirations. It's not about conforming to societal pressures or adhering to a specific method. It's about creating a space that feels authentic to you. Embrace the process and allow yourself to feel the emotions that arise. It's okay to grieve the loss of certain items. It's part of the human experience. But remember that letting go can also create room for new memories and opportunities. As we navigate the complexities of decluttering, let's strive for a mindful approach that honors our past while embracing the present. Allow yourself to celebrate the memories attached to your belongings, but don't let them define you. Instead of viewing decluttering as a chore, see it as an opportunity for growth and reflection. By making conscious choices about what to keep and what to release, we can cultivate a space that truly reflects who we are. If you've found this discussion helpful, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Together, we can explore more topics related to mindful living, emotional well-being, and the art of creating a home that nurtures our souls. Let's embark on this journey of decluttering and self-discovery together, finding the balance between letting go and holding on, between minimalism and meaningfulness. Remember, it's not just about the stuff. It's about the stories we carry with us and the lives we choose to lead.